Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to another episode of The Road to Celestial, the series where I, a free-to-play scrub, attempt to become a Battlegrounds combatant. Now, the clips you're going to see today come from the live stream I did yesterday, where I took Black Panther Civil War against some fun, class disadvantage matchups, and he comes out on top. And that is why I believe the Black Panther Civil War is going to be heading up the skill class in the coming years. I think he's just so busted. Let's get into it. Oops. One more thing. Hi, this is Future Matty here with a bonus clip before we get into the live stream. This is footage from an old Battlegrounds meta back in 2024. I can't even remember what node this was. It's so long ago, but it's Black Panther versus Bullseye, and I just thought of it just as I was about to upload the video, and I thought, you know what, this is really going to cement my point that this man is going to head up the skill class in the coming years. This man, he's not a hard counter to Bullseye, but he is a pseudo counter, and he is one of the best, in my opinion. So, the key to this matchup is just accepting you're going to have to deal with one L1, and I am helped a little bit in this match by the Mighty Charge meta. I believe it is Mighty Charge, as you can see, because Black Panther can get a reparry for free, and you can ramp up your reflective charges and your power even easier. But you see here, Bullseye is not going to get this second L1, and we're throwing off the relic. This is going to be lights out. Max reflection charges, we're not even going to need the bleed. Bang! Gone. 50,000 points, equal ranks Bullseye. As a 7-star, it will be the same story, and in fact, you can do even better, because you can have the block proficiency stat focus. We'll talk about that a little bit later as well. To anyone who said, I know that there are a few content creators, KT1, who said that Black Panther can't do Bullseye. Bullshit. He can do Bullseye. He can do it very, very well. Thank you very much. Alright, now let's get into it. So, the voiceover for the live stream itself was actually a little bit quiet, so I'm just going to record some voiceover on top of it. And these matchups, we're going to go up against a Dust, and then in the second clip, we're going to go up against a Mr Sinister. And these two matchups, they're not going to be the fastest, they're not going to be the most impressive or the biggest score, but I want to show that Black Panther, even as a 6-star rank 5, is perfectly capable of going up against these challenging class disadvantage matchups, even in a challenging meta. Keep in mind that we are technically punching up in both of these scenarios. This is a 7-star rank 2 Dust compared to the 6-star, and this is a 7-star rank 3 version of Mr Sinister, again, against the 6-star. So if this was a 7-star rank 3 version of Black Panther, maybe with the block proficiency stat focus, these scores could have been a lot more impressive. Here, we're just trying to get Dust to do another parry. She's being a bit awkward, but we're going to throw off the L2 here. Remember, Dust is bleed immune, and still, look, that was enormous. That was still enormous, and I'm going to be trying to push her to her L2 here, so I can parry that and restart my ramp. Against a 7-star rank 3 Dust with a 7-star rank 3 version of Black Panther, we'd be able to get her closer to 0. This is by no means his best matchup, but I want to showcase his versatility. You know, as long as you can just parry the opponent, they're going to go down, and even against Dust, where you can only really parry her from a distance, it's not going to stop Black Panther throwing off the relic. She is going to go down eventually. There we go, and it's 47k, and it was enough to beat out a 7-star rank 3 version of Onslaught against my 7-star rank 3 Sasquatch. So, a very nice kill there. Certainly took my opponent by surprise, I imagine, and it set me up perfectly for a winning endgame. That ended up being a win, and I believe that this match here against Mr Sinister is also going to be a win. So placing Enchantress down on defense, and we're going to be using Black Panther here. Keep in mind, I lost round 1. So what does that say? That says that I was confident that I could use Black Panther here and take the round. I am confident in this matchup. Now, you may think I've gone a little bit crazy in the head department, because, so what? He's completely bleed resistant, and he's just going to degenerate me to death. Not true. Not true, my friends. Mr Sinister has 100% bleed resistance. Only 100%. Only. But for each reflective charge Black Panther has on him when he throws off his L2, he can increase the potency of his bleeds by a flat 10%. I don't think it's for each charge, I think it's for like 10 charges or something. But anyway, what that means is, as you can see here, these bleeds are overriding his resistance and they're still doing damage. Neat trick, huh? And you can also play around his degen, so that's not a problem. So after that initial L2, Mr Sinister is down to 20%. And remember, we are punching up. So if that was a 7-star rank 3 version of Black Panther, that would have been GG's. That would have been lights out, gone. And again, what I was saying before about the block proficiency stat focus, that parry was for 2.5k. That was enormous. But Mr Sinister goes down. And yeah, if that was a rank 3 Black Panther, that would have been GG's. 50,000 points, KO, knockout, and bow down. Because we have a new king in the skill class. What makes Black Panther so insane, at least to me, is not necessarily his applications to science matchups, traditional science matchups. Obviously, he has a lot of use, like against Spider-Ham or Photon or Hulk. There are a lot of champions he does take very, very well, or even Thing. But I think what really elevates him to that next level is his scope just across the game. Because Black Panther Civil War is so much more than just a nuke skill champ. This man is going to be everywhere. He's going to be taking everyone. He is going to be taking class disadvantage. You saw him against Mr Sinister there. He's going to be taking Red Skull. He's going to be taking Mojo. Lots of science matchups where you don't necessarily gain a lot of buffs because all you're doing is parrying and hitting a few times. He's, if you have him at a sufficiently high rank, able to nuke down Enchantress with his bleeds. And yes, you do have to knock down Enchantress sometimes, so that will reset your ramp. But if you get a little bit lucky, he can actually punch through that damage resistance if you knock her down with your L2 to then bleed her out. So, I mean, this man just has infinite applications, and I've had a blast with my rank 6. I hope that those with the 7-star hear what I say and take him up to the highest possible rank, rank 3, rank 4. Yeah, we have a new king. So, that is just about all I have for you today. If you have made it this far, then thank you very much for watching, and bye-bye.